Gather around. It's time for the show to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is...
Hey everyone, my name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
All right, there were so many matches this year that were just too much.
So this won't be a shocker because we've had a handful of really awesome matches that we just can't stop talking about.
How many times have these guys fought? Like it's been quite a bit.
I've been saying this all year. They're just so great to watch. We saw the heel turn coming, and then when it happened, nice and bloody, both dramatic and beautiful.
You are now entering the ring with Chutes and Ladders podcast. Here are your hosts, Desiree and Jason.
Chutes and Ladders, WWE Backlash Predictions. What's going on, everyone? My name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
Backlash is shaping up to be a stacked night, and Tampa is about to be loud, especially since Dez is going to attend. We have titles on the line, generational clashes, and some wild card energy with mystery involved. Dez, what are your initial thoughts?
It's only been a couple of weeks since Mania, so I haven't had time to recover, and I get to go do this again next weekend.
We love it. All right, let's kick things off with Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. So you have a powerhouse versus obviously a future Hall of Famer. Does Paul Heyman get involved? Dez, what are your thoughts? What's your grade?
I really like this setup. I have always loved Seth versus Braun. I'm a big fan of Braun Breaker. I'm glad he's back. We definitely know Paul Heyman is going to have his hands all over this too. Like, there is no doubt. And what I would really like is for Braun to win. Will he have a clean win? That's questionable. I believe if he really wanted to, he could have a clean win, but I don't see that happening. But either way, if it does, I really want Breaker to win. So I think it's going to be, they'll be really smart to open the pay-per-view or the PLE with this match. So I'm going to give it an A match, but with Braun Breaker winning.
100%. You took the words right out of my mouth. Braun's going to win. I think it won't be clean because you don't want to completely tarnish Seth Rollins' credibility, but Paul Heyman will get involved. This will be fun. Braun needs that win. We need to elevate him into world title status ASAP.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, now you follow that chaos with fun. This gives the crowd a breather because we were talking about Danhausen and Mystery Partner versus The Miz and Kit Wilson. Des, what are your thoughts on this match? Danhausen's hot right now.
He is. Is he hot with me? No. You know what? The fans love him. I get it. He is a certain niche of wrestling, and we obviously know him from AEW and from the indie circuit. So, you know what? From being in the crowd a couple of weeks ago, every time he comes out, the kids, old fans love him. So, you know what? Give him credit because he's over. How do I feel about this match being at Backlash? I don't know about that. It definitely will be something. So I think for some reason Danhausen is going to win and beat The Miz and Kit Wilson. Do we know who his mystery opponent is? No. There's some thoughts of maybe Joe Hendry. Maybe someone from AAA, since they always like to surprise someone. I saw some comments about the Mystery Iguana, maybe. Even CM Punk's name was thrown out there. So who knows? I don't know, but all I know is Danhausen will win.
Yeah, 100%, because he is hot right now. I'm actually kind of with you. I think wrestling has evolved from some of these gimmicks. He is over, just like you said. He's definitely niche amongst the audience. So, they're running with it. That's cool. It's not really for me.
I'm shocked, actually.
Yeah, same here. Especially because, they just went through a spring cleaning of, the darker characters, but they're going to keep Danhausen, which I just think is funny, maybe because it's more comedic. I'm not sure. But that being said, Danhausen's obviously going to win. His mystery partner, I'm actually with you. I'd rather have someone get called up from NXT. So now you have just allow this new energy kind of built up for this particular match. I have no idea who it's going to be. I think it's interesting that they're doing this, but usually after Mania, they call up certain guys. So, but yeah, I think Danhausen's obviously going to win, whoever his partner is. Honestly, I think this is going to be a squash match. And I think the whole point is just to make sure that Danhausen, whoever this other guy is, to put them over. Right. I'll give it a B, but my goal, or if I was, like, as a fan, I hope Danhausen's eventually transitions into a more serious wrestler, because I don't like this at its core.
Agreed, yeah.
All right, now let's talk about someone you do like. Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn for the U.S. Championship. They obviously just added this. We've seen this match a couple of times, but again, every time they are in a match, they perform. Des, what are your thoughts? What's your grade?
I love Trick Williams. I can't wait to hear his music when he comes out, but I don't want this match again.
Same. That was my thoughts.
I've seen it so much now, and I feel like I felt like they tied things up at WrestleMania. I thought that was done. So that's why as soon as they booked this last night on SmackDown, I was like, oh no, I love Trick. I know he's going to win. He's going to retain. It's just, I don't know. I thought this was going to be a transition from Sammy to Trick, and then we're just going to move on to somebody else. And that's how I feel like it should be. So if this is going to be the match, please let this be the final one. I get it, but let Trick move on to some other people, and the same for Sammy. So it'll still be good, very physical, very entertaining. Trick will be on top. So I'll give it like a B plus.
Yeah, I'll give it a B. I'm with you. This doesn't make any sense from as far as why are they doing this again. As far as a potential contender, why not a Ricky Saints or someone? Yeah, right. Like someone that is just got called up or is about to be called up. Because to me, I think the IC and US titles at this point really should serve that purpose.
Right.
It's to push over some of these younger guys and let Sammy drift and rise to main event status because he deserves it. So this doesn't make sense, but they have no choice. They have to have Trick win it. I don't think Sammy should win the U.S. title anytime soon. So I think this really should be for the young guys.
They've just got a common theme now with these belts, or like with the IC and the U.S. Championship. It's just a cycle. They keep circling to the same people because they have nobody else. Well, then, let's try someone else on the roster. What about these new call-ups? So
yeah, Ricky Saints automatically comes to my mind. I mean, like they obviously just debuted him. And he's ready for it, and he obviously Trick was in NXT not too long ago, so it just makes sense. I don't know why they don't do that.
I don't know.
All right, now let's talk about potential show steal of the night. Asuka versus Io. We love them both. I mean, this is definitely a main event status match. Des, give it to me.
Well, this has been on my radar. I have been dying for an Asuka-Io match just because we know these two girls can perform. There's just a history between them. They work so well in the ring, and this really could be contender of match of the night. It could be a potential match of the year for the women's division just because of how good they are. I am just really excited about it, and as soon as they were announced on the card, I was like, I'm so excited. So no doubt they're going to outperform the guys. So I'm going to give it an A.
100% A. Again, you stole the words out of my mouth. I think this will be the match tonight. Definitely could be match of the year. It's so cool to see that they're actually starting this feud. Obviously, there's history, but they're going to bring it, and I'm very excited. So 100% A. You know what? I'm going to give it an A+.
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about the main event. Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu. Fatu is one of the hottest superstars right now. He's been so for quite some time. Literally a year ago, he just won the U.S. title. Now he's a main eventing a PLE. This is impressive. Big fight feel, family, legacy, power. This is how you close the show. Des, what are your thoughts on this?
We've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for Jacob Fatu to have his time to shine. And what do you know? He's in Mania, and look at him now, starting stuff with Roman, and gets a title shot. How awesome is that? And I think he could really do it. Now, are they actually going to put the belt on Jacob Fatu and take it off of Roman? Probably not. But I think this is going to elevate Jacob to a whole nother level. Even though Roman will retain, Jacob will be put over tremendously. As soon as he walks through onto the stage and onto the ring, he gets this massive pop. Everyone is going crazy for him. He is so over. So I hope they continue to push him. So hopefully within the next year, he could potentially be a world title holder, but he's on his way. Do I think he's going to win? No, but I think he's going to do a damn good job. So I think it's going to be his night. So I'm going to give it an A.
100%. Yeah, you said it. We all want him to win. What I think is going to happen, they're going to tease Jacob Fatu winning, a lot of close two kickouts. I think part of that reason behind it is to gauge how excited the fan will be if he potentially does win, because that's what we all want. It's too quick though. But you know what? I did call this. I said the winner of Fatu and Drew McIntyre at Mania will probably get a title shot, and I was right. So So listen, totally deserves it. If he loses, definitely not his last title shot. He's gonna be a world title holder very soon, and 100%. I'm gonna give this an A. All right, Des. Now it's time for a fun game of Fast Count.
Fine.
You're going to physically be there, so I think you're going to love it. Okay, so first question. Who's going to be the mystery partner?
You know what? I'm just going to go with Joe Hendry.
Okay. Surprise of the night.
It would be really awesome if Jacob Fatu did pull out the win.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That would be ideal. That would be the biggest surprise.
All right. Match you're most excited for?
Asuka and Io.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
All right. Potential match of the night?
Seth and Braun Breaker.
Ooh. One word to describe Backlash?
Quick.
Love it. And then bold prediction. Is something crazy going to happen, and what would it be?
I just feel like someone is going to return or come out and run out. That's always going to happen. I don't know. I just want to see something wild. Maybe during the Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu match, maybe someone in the bloodline may surprise us in turn. Who knows? I don't know.
All right. And now give us your final thoughts and your final grade.
3 out of the 5 matches I'm really excited about. So it'll be good. I'm excited. I'll be there. So it's going to be a good night either way. So I'm excited, and hopefully it'll be just as good as the other Backlashes.
So what grade would you give this Backlash?
I will give it like a B+, A-.
Okay, cool. I was going to say I was teetering between B and B+, but since Dez is going to be there, I'm going to bump it up to A-. So you actually elevate the crowd enough for that. So that's how we do our Shoots and Ladders. We're here for each other. All right, that actually wraps up this episode. What are your predictions and what are your grades for Backlash? Please shoot us a DM at the Shoots and Ladders. Like always, please like, share, and subscribe, both on YouTube and Spotify. Once again, my name is Jason.
I'm Desiree Josen.
All right, until next time, have a blessed day and a blessed week.
Have a great week. Bye, friends.
This has been Shoots and Ladders. Follow us for more content.